Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the new Odenseye collection, the Jordan's Devine palettes. I do have both and I did 4 looks with them. So if you want to see what I created, if I like the palettes or if I didn't like the palettes, then just keep on watching. Also, if you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I absolutely do love colorful, fun makeup, indie brands, and yeah, if you want to see that more on your YouTube channel, then subscribe to this channel. I also do kind of a few tutorials with some palettes like these, so yeah, if you want to see that, then again, subscribe. It's free and I would love to have you in my small little YouTube family. Let me talk about the Jord's Devine palettes. The Jord's Devine collection is the newest collection from Odenseye, which included 2 eyeshadow palettes as well as some jewelry. I didn't buy the jewelry. Listen, the jewelry was around 20 to 30 euros and it definitely seems like costume jewelry, and it was pretty, but not for the price, you know what I mean? So I did buy though both of these palettes. We do have 2, which I am super excited because one of them is a green palette, which I'm wearing today. I did 4 looks in total with 2 looks per palette, and I hope you really enjoyed these. I'm super excited about this. We do again have 2 palettes. They retail for $35 and $90. So if you want to buy them, they're around $35, $36 or euros. Again, you can use a discount code. I did, and so I paid like, I think for both palette, instead of $70 is $62 in general. Shipping with Odenseye is quite uncomplicated, at least when you're from Europe, so that's a plus for us from Europe. We do have again 2 palettes. Let me maybe just start with the Jewels and Gems palette. This one is a more cool tone-ish color story, if you will. We do have though like some mauves, we do have purples, we do have more of a like a turquoisey gray, a bluish shade. We do also have like this stunning greenish gray shade. I do have to say, absolutely love the color story. It is such a pretty color story, and for me, even though I don't like cool tones, I think that this is a really great cool tone story with pops of more warmer tones. Again, this green is a little bit more warm toned. I do like this shade in particular, as well as this brown together create a beautiful and stunning look. We do have one multi-chrome, which is this shade here, and the other shades are toppers as well as straight up shimmers and duochromes. They are really pretty. These, by the way, are permanent, so you don't have to worry about that they go away, that they're just limited edition. They're not, so that is also a great point. I do think that this palette and the other one as well has a great variety between deep shades, medium shades, as well as light shades. We do in this palette have this beautiful multichrome as light shade, as well as this one, which is technically more of a glittery topper, but you will see that in one of the looks I built it up with a little bit of setting spray, and it was an amazing shimmer shade, stunning. None of these are glitters in both palettes, no glitters. These are really good. Some of these are a little bit more putty, some of these are a little bit more straight up shimmers. I don't have a problem with that. They all are a little bit like they do have all a little bit more fallout, so if you don't like that, maybe this collection is not for you, but in general I don't have any problems with them. For these palettes, I would recommend when you start with the medium toned shade and then like build the deep shade and blend out with the light shade, and not start with the light shade and the medium and then as the deeper shade. I did that once with the purple shade, with the deep purple, and that didn't went so well. You will see it in, again, one of the tutorials. And then we also have the Stone and Rock palette, which is a green palette, which I absolutely love. We do have here the multi-chrome. This is green, yellow to blue and turquoise, if I'm not mistaken. We do have also a matte white as well as a matte black, which I do like. We also have some neutral shades. This like yellowy brown, or even like these two shimmer shades. We do also have a beautiful duochrome, which seem to be like, or at least the shimmer has a blue shift, which is stunning. We do have warms and cool tone greens. Like this one is a little bit more cool tone green, this one is though a little bit more warm tone green. I do absolutely love that, because sometimes I do want to have like something like this, which is a little bit warmer, but sometimes I maybe want to add like a little bit of a cool tone. And all of these shades, again, great variety between light, medium and dark shades. And again, you can definitely go into one direction completely with this one, because we do have, again, a cool toned matte shade, a cool toned shimmer shade. This one is also more cool toned, and we, for the warm tones, we have this one or even this one. You know, you could, and again, for the neutrals, we do have also a variety of neutrals that you can use. You don't have like a neutral, but then you don't have something to mix it with. I do absolutely love that in these palettes. In this palette, I didn't think I used all shades, but I think in this one I did, at least when I've tried these. So yeah, these are the palettes. Let me talk about the quality. I do have to say they blend gorgeously. I don't have any problem. Again, for these palettes in general, they do have a little bit more kickback, which I don't mind as long as they perform perfectly, and they do. For the, which one is it? The Gems and Jewels and Gems palette, again, I had a little bit of a problem by layering after blending the light and then the medium tone and then add the deepest tones. So I would definitely say go with like medium first, then blend out maybe with the light shade and put in the deep shade as well, so that you have a little bit more of a stick to it. It could be me. I did it on one eye, or the other one it was perfectly fine. I didn't have any problems, but again, I did start with the medium shade on that eye. So yeah, do have to say I love these. I know, I love these. These are really, really pretty. I do have to say the Jewels and Gems palette, my absolute favorite cool tone palette, hands down. I do feel that I can use this without like having all grays. You know, we do have a good variety on blues, purples, mauvey tones. Again, this one is stunning. We do have corresponding shimmer shades for all of these. I think you can definitely mix both of these palettes together, which would be so damn pretty. Let me tell you, like, these are gorgeous. And I have to say, quality-wise, amazing as always, per usual with Odenseye. So again, absolutely love these. And you know, I love a good green tone palette, and this one definitely checks all the like all my points. We do have cool tone, we do have warm tone, we have neutrals, and I think we do have a matte black, a matte white, which by the way is stunning, and it is really, really pigmented. Again, all of these are, I absolutely love them. And I have to say that. So again, if you want to buy them on a discount or use one of the influencers codes. I don't have one, but I used Jessica's code, so that's why I got them a little bit cheaper. Again, I can't say anything about the jewelry because it's not quite my style. So yeah, but the palettes, highly recommend. And now, if you want to see what looks I created, again, I created 2 looks per palette. And this one is the last look. So if you want to see what looks I've created, then just keep on watching. I also will have timestamps if you just want to like watch one of these palettes, or you are more interested in one of these palettes, down below. Yeah, without further ado, let's come to the tutorial part. Welcome to my face. First look I want to do with the Jewels and Gem palette. I hope I like told you a little bit about it, showed you swatches as per usual. This is the color scheme, and yeah, let's jump right in. Let's start with Transition. That is the stunning blue shade, or this grayish blue. I'm not sure what I want to do, but listen, we'll find out together. By the way, this is the first time touching the palette. Hopefully the quality is the same as the Odenseye normal quality. So This seems to be pigmented, which is good. This one is like our medium shade. Like, look at this. Ooh, so pretty. I'll just put that like in the crease and we will go from there. I'm probably also putting this underneath my lashes or lash line so that I have a really nice good base for deeper colors as well as lighter colors. So I want to keep this as blue as possible, so I don't want to blend it out with any of the other shades. I will just blend a little bit the edges with a clean brush. Hopefully this time, like there was a little bit of a like light problem, but like this, I think this is super damn pretty. Normally I'm not a fan of like grayish bluish tones, but I mean, look at this. It's gorgeous. Let me go to the next color. Let's try Rapture, which is this blue, to deepen this up. I don't know if that will work. To be honest, I didn't swatch any of this. Again, this is the first time using the palette, but we will find out. Listen, we will find out. Also don't know if that is a matte shade or a shimmer shade. It doesn't seem to be a shimmer, maybe a satin, but that will work. They are all a little bit crumbly, just so you know. They do have a little bit of a fallout. If you try to, or if you avoid that, that could be something. I don't mind, to be honest, as long as the eyeshadows perform amazingly. And normally, in Odenseye's case, they do. So let me try to like lay that on the outer edge. This is a stunning blue, beautiful, really, really pretty. It's not quite like a lot deeper. It's just another color, I would say, but so, so pretty. Just let me like put that on the outer edge like this. So I do want to add a little bit of warmth, and so I do want to use Elation, the shade here, a little bit up in my inner part. So we'll see how that will work. Hopefully it will be nice. Like, listen, this palette is a mauvey cool tone palette, and I like use as many shades as I can to show you how the palette will perform. Again, I'm using the shade Elation, and again, quite powdery, which again I don't mind, and I will put that just in my inner third like here, and I will just stamp that a little bit and blend that out like so. And then I would swatch the 3 shades I am interested in using as a shimmer. I swatched Paradise as well as Gorgeousness and Rhapsody. I think this one is more of a topper. So we'll start with, what was it? Paradise. And then we go into like Gorgeousness and then in Rhapsody as well. And I will spray my brushes for all 3 of the shades just to minimize fallout and like get the best out of it, the most shine. You can also, of course, use your fingers or just a dry brush. Let's start again with the deepest shade so that we like have something to blend on the blue. And this one is again the shade Paradise. I think this one for smoky eye, such a pretty shade. Again, I did like spray that beforehand. It's really, really pretty, to be honest. It's a stunning, like really nice blue shade. Second shimmer, by the way, you don't need to add like 3 shimmer shades, you just can choose one, would be fine. I'm a little bit extra, as you know. This is Gorgeousness. Listen, this is a stunning like tealy grayish green with gold. Listen, and then I will just pack that on. Ooh, yes, I love that. Like, look at this. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I think, listen, let me skip the, oh well, let me maybe not skip that. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Like, look at this. And the last one, again, Rhapsody, which I used on a small brush because I don't know. I will probably, like, where do I put that? I do want to have an inner corner as well. I think I will put that on the lower lash line. Again, I sprayed that. Like, this is more of a neutral leaning, like, shifting blue. I do need to find like this spot where you can also see it, by the way. Like it's so, oh, look at this. This is so pretty. Of course you can use that on the whole lid. I think you can definitely put a really nice neutral look with this. Maybe I can too, who knows, but yeah, this is looking stunning. And now I want to use the multichrome as an inner corner highlight. By the way, the multichrome is Swoon, which is this shade here. And I would just put that as an inner corner highlight because, listen, I am high maintenance and at least what, like eyeshadows. I am high maintenance, at least with eyeshadows. So this is gorgeous. To be honest, I don't think we didn't see that in any shape, way, or form, like in another Odenseye palette. It seems like to be a yellow to orange to red multichrome, at least as far as I can tell. I'll just like spot that a little bit all over the place. It's so gorgeous. Like, look at this. Stunning. Let me finish this up and I will be right back. This is the first look. I used some NYX liner. I wanted to go a little bit more smoky, and this one is the shade Turquoise Storm by NYX. And then I also added some lashes, which I am pretty sure are Ardell 258, probably, maybe, I don't know. Listen, lashes. By the way, these are my natural curls, which will be gone tomorrow, but yeah. This is, again, the first look. I absolutely love it. It is so pretty. I definitely think that I could like only use the shade on my whole lid to do a more neutral look with maybe this brown and this mauvey color. I am super excited, to be honest. To be exact, this and this, well, this and this blue, these are quite similar in the way of the depth, so it doesn't like deepen up my outer corner like a lot or at all. I could have used maybe the purpley shade or the brown one to deepen up it even further, but I do have to say I think this is really, really pretty. Like, look at this. It's also really nice. I do like this shade a lot. Really, really pigmented, as you can tell. Again, multichromes are phenomenal. So yeah, let's come to the next look. Welcome to look number 2. I wear some lippy from LH Cosmetics in Garnet, which I thought would be fitting quite well for today. So yeah, let's jump right in. I want to use a Seventh Heaven, this green as the first shade, and then we build from there. Again, I normally don't know what I'm doing, so we'll figure it out together. Also, if you see some speck of glitter, I had used the palette today and then I added some glitter, and the glitter is not going anywhere, like it's everywhere. So yeah, that's working fine. So let's start with Seventh Heaven. Again, these are all a little bit crumbly, but in general they could pick up really nicely, which, I mean, that's the main, you know, point. If anything goes wrong, that is the thing that should be like going right. That they pick up, that they lay down color, which, I mean, you can definitely see they do. And also I blend this one just with the same brush a little bit out. I used today, when I didn't film, just for my work, again the mauvey shade and then one of the browns, and it looked amazing. So that's that. I think I want to use that also on the lower lash line, so think about that. No, I won't. We will go through that. Let's add the purpley shade. I mean, listen, that is a big reason why I bought the palette, because it has a purple. I do love purples on the outer edge, and this one is Intoxication, and we will use that on my outer edge. Listen, obviously, and it does pick up really nicely, which I am excited about. Let me see how this is working. So sorry if I trying my best to bring you as close as possible to these. A little bit like this. Let me bend that out a little bit. And I don't know if you can see, but this got a little bit patchy. I will try on the other eyes to start with the deeper purple and then lay on top the greenish shade. That can happen. Again, sometimes it's just a little bit of a like try and error with some of the deep colors. I didn't have any problems yesterday or today to use like the deep brown or the blue. Layering wise, maybe it's just the purple. Purples are a little bit strange. I do want to use on my lower lash line the grayish blue that we had yesterday, which, let me see, it's Transition, this one. Just so we have something different, let me see, on the lower lash line. And I will use that just on a small brush. I think that also will work great with the like the purple. For the shimmer shade, I want to use High, which is this shade here, and just see if that is layering good on top of the purple. I think especially with the green, that would be really, really pretty. I did spray that, and we just put that here. Ooh, this is a beautiful shade. Like, look at this. It's a little bit vibrant. Like, I love that. You know, that's great. Just put a little bit more on the edges to blend everything. Like a little bit of a cut crease, crease-y moment. Just blend that. Like so, I mean. Isn't that pretty? Sure it is. I also think this is more opaque than I was thinking, to be honest, because I was like, oh well, that would be a chopper maybe if I'm lucky, but nope, nope, it looks stunning. And now on the inner like corner, I want to use Elatedness, this one, which is the shimmer, and I think I will spray that as well. By the way, don't forget, I'm spraying my brush just because I don't want to have a lot of fallout or anything. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. And I will put that on my inner corner. I mean, that is really, really pretty. And super duper bright, which I love. Listen, that's for inner corner highlight. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Let me use a little bit more just on the probably now dry brush. And just blend that everywhere so that it looks really nice and bright in my inner corner. Listen, I love it. I will do that on the other eye as well. Maybe add some liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I added some liner. This one is by Kaleidos, and it is the shade Night of Creation, which is the like purpley shade. It is purple. Listen, it's not even a purpley shade. It's purple. And then I also added lashes, which again, I don't know which ones, but I think they fit perfectly. What do you think? What do you think? I think this is stunning and beautiful. I absolutely love it. Let's talk maybe 5 seconds. I hope that I also reviewed it at the beginning, but just after like using it the second time, I do have to say the purple shade is working better if you start with it, which I don't have any problems with the other shade, so it seems to be a purple problem, you know what I mean? But on this eye, I started with the purple and then added the green and everything else, and I didn't have any problems, no patchiness, which I totally have on this eye. So it could be just the eye primer. I of course will test this out further and bring it to you in my monthly The Good, The Bad, The review next month. So after testing it out several times and much more, so just so you know. But yes, so far I absolutely love it. I think I tested almost every shade except this purpley gray. I think you can tell if I hold it like this. Hope you saw swatches, of course, but I tested out every shimmer shade. And I think I missed these two mattes. All of the other shades I've used, which I am super grateful for. I do have to say, it is surprisingly a really wearable palette that you also can pimp up. Again, these shades are stunning. I mean, did I had to combine them with a darker like lip? No, but I also could have just like done less, done more. I absolutely, by the way, I absolutely love this shade as well because it's a stunning inner corner highlight. Again, the multichrome is beautiful. I think though that I had something different, similar in one of the other Odenseye palettes, so just keep that in mind. I will hopefully see if I can blend in swatches maybe with other palettes that maybe could have done like similar shades of the multichrome. But yeah, these were the Jewels and Gems palette. Let's come to the other palette. Welcome back to my face. Let's play with the Stones and Rocks palette. I think this will be really exciting because listen, it's a green palette. Again, you saw all the swatches, all the good things. I talked about everything, but yeah, I am super excited. So let's do the first look. Okay, let's start. I think I know what I want to do. Maybe I'm not, we will see. I think I will start with Exuberate, which is this medium-ish green color. It's a little bit deeper than this one, but I think this one I will start with. This will be probably a smoky eye because listen, why not? By the way, it's Exuberance, which English is not my first language. I put that on a little bit fluffy brush, if you will. And we'll just put that into the crease. If you're like a long-time subscriber or you know me a little bit, I absolutely love green tones. So this could be the best palette ever or the worst depending. But normally I do absolutely love greens. And I think especially greens are easy to, you know, put in your daily routine. I think greens are some kind of neutral, at least for me, just saying. I will also put that on the lower lash line. Same brush, by the way. I think this one will be a little bit more of a smoky eye, so we'll see how we can do that. I will blend this out a little bit with Madness, which is the light green, just on the edges. Just so we have like a really nicely blended like green. Of course you can use also the white. There is a white and a black in the palette as well. Again, I will just put it everywhere. Let's also use the black, which is Passage. Just a little bit to, you know, deepen up everything. Again, you could skip that if you're like, yeah, I love the green, but I don't want the smoky. You can just skip the black. There's also other like deeper shades in the palette, so you don't need to use the black. You can also use the deep green or the deep brown, depending on what you like. Like this. I also use a little bit of Exuberance just to top off the black, so that it is like blended in the look a little bit better. Because I mean, yes, you could go with the black just by itself, but you will see that it's a black. And if I blended it a little bit or top it off with the green shadow we have already in our crease, that looks a little bit more cohesive, if you will. Let's go to some shimmers. So do we want to go there? Of course we want to. Let's go with Passion, which is this green, like this shimmer green. And then also in the inner corner I want to use Frenzy, which seem to be like also a little bit of a bluish base. I'm super excited to try these. I will of course spray these shimmers, so you know, because they are a little bit more vibrant, and also it doesn't like crumble down, you know, you don't have a lot of fallout in best case, because listen, I do have a full face of makeup on, and I don't want to have like crumbles of the makeup everywhere. Let's start with Passion. Again, I did spray that one. Yeah, you can see I definitely picked up really well. Let's see how this is performing. Ooh, I mean, look at this. This is so pretty. So damn pretty, and you can definitely see it is surely a little bit pigmented, you know what I mean? Like, look at this. And for the inner part, I will go with Frenzy again. It seemed to be have at least a little bit of a blue shift. Also, it does seem to have like at least in the camera a goldish shift. Ooh, I'm super excited to be honest. Let's put that on the pigmented. Let's put that here in the inner part. This color is so pretty. Definitely can, like, look at this. Definitely can go with this. And the more cool toned greens in the palette. This is super pretty. Let me finish everything up and I will be right back. Okay, this is the finished look. I absolutely love it. I love the like bluish tint in this shade, which is stunning. By the way, I just used the liner from Kaleidos, which is 7 Seas, which does have like a green bluish shift, and I thought that would be like fitting appropriately, if you ask me. All of these shades worked really well. I didn't have any problems with blending or layering, which is stunning. And again, the shimmers, gorgeous. I absolutely love this. So let's go to the second look. Welcome back to my face. Today we're doing the second look with the, let me see, is it Stone and Rock? I always say Rock and Stone palette by Odenseye. I want to do a little bit more of a, I don't want to say it, like a little bit of a more neutrally base. I want to start with this shade, which is EYEBASE, and then we see what we do from there. But yeah, let's start with that. EYEBASE, or listen, if that is the wrong pronunciation, I don't know, but this is more of a yellowy brown, which I absolutely love. I can see myself just using that all over the lid and be done with it. But of course, we're not just like doing that, because that would be a little bit boring, wouldn't it? So we would just use that as a base color to build up on the deep and also lighter shades. I'm not sure, to be honest, what I want to do today, but we will find out. This one is though really pretty. So let's deepen it up with Dreamland, which is this shade. I don't know if you can see, this one is a little bit less like warm tone green, like this one that we used before. So this one is a little bit less warm tone green. We'll see about that. I think we just try as many colors as we can and as we want. It also has a little bit of a grayish color in comparison to the other greens in the palette. So it's not really cool tone, but it also has, again, a little bit of a gray color as well. Let's see if that is working in the crease. By the way, all of these seem to be a little bit more powdery than, I don't even know. Like, listen, it's just a little bit powdery. Doesn't matter though, again, as long as the pigmentation is great, as well as you know, the colors blend amazingly, I don't care. Then they can powder how they want. Look at this. This is a really pretty shade. I can definitely see myself using that to deepen up, because this is a really subtle green, so it's not like boom in your face, it's a green look. It's just a little bit more like a pinch. Let's use a little bit of Cheer on the lower lash line, which is that green, to just like bringing the cool tone greens together, if you will. Again, this one I feel like has a little bit more green in it than the last shade. Just put that on the lower lash line. I do have to say this palette is really nice if you want to start with greens, but you don't want to like have all the rainbow greens as you can, because this one has of course neutrals as well, which again do have shimmer as well as non-shimmer colors in the neutral range as well, which is really, really pretty. Just give it a little bit of a, like a little bit of a tweak, if you will. Trying of course to blend that a little bit up, just so that everything mix together and everything is cohesive and we don't have like something we don't want to. And I think for the shimmers I do want to use Cheerfulness, this one, because this one is again a little bit more of a cool tone green. And then I do also want to use this one because this is gorgeous and this is the gold, it's Gleefulness. And I do want to add the white this time in my inner corner, and maybe depending, maybe the multichrome. By the way, this is like a bright green, but I can see like the blue shift. I don't know, there's a yellowy here, maybe can you see the blue shift? I hope I can catch that in any of my things. Maybe that one I will also put on the lower lash line. Let's see. Let's start with the shimmers first. Let's start with Cheerfulness. I did spray that, and that's just, sorry if you can see my mirror, but otherwise I'm blind and we don't want to like we do want to see where the color is going, because I can slightly tell where it is, but not really. But this is a beautiful color, like look at this. This would also like be really, really pretty in the inner corners, for example. Like this is really, really pretty. Now let's go with Gleefulness, if I'm not mistaken. I did spray that as well. I don't know if you can tell, this one is more of a putty formula, so I don't know if that is good enough, pick it up, or if I have to build it. We'll see about that. But yeah, this one is going into the more inner part. I do like the contrast between the like cooler green and the more warmer gold. So pretty. Let me build that up a little bit. This is so pretty. Can you tell? They also blend really, really effortless. I use the multichrome, but you can definitely see it looks now like a lime. And again, I can see like a cool tone green as well. So this will be fun, and I will put that just on the lower lash line. I mean, it's pigmented, just saying. Oh, did use the wrong side of the brush. That's amazing. Just blend that into the green shade. This color is gorgeous. Like, look at this. So damn pretty. And again, in the inner corner, I do want to like the white shade, because I didn't try that so far, and I'm like, yeah, is it pigmented? It's not. It does seem to be. Let's see about that, and just plop that on the inner corner. But that works like a charm. It's not the most pigmented white ever, but I feel like for this look it's amazing. And again, I think for inner, look at this, it's buildable. That's a good point. Do like that. Of course, you could like blend out all of these shades, or you could do a cut crease with it. I was debating about that, but then I was like, oh well, I want to try as many shades as possible. And yeah, I do love that. Let me finish this up and then I will be right back. This is the end result. I just added some liner. This one is NYX in Chartreuse something. Let me see. Chartreuse Flash, and I absolutely love it. Again, lashes are probably Adele, not sure about that though. I absolutely love the look. It's a little bit more, it could have been easier, let's say it like this. I could have just like be done with the browns, could have done a neutral look, but again, I wanted to pimp it up with a little bit of color. And I have to say, especially the multi-chrome on the lower lash line is so damn pretty. So yeah, this is really, really pretty. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please comment, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I would absolutely love to have you here in my small YouTube family. I absolutely love these palettes and I hope you did as well. I hope you liked the looks. If you do, again, write me down which what colors should I do next. Maybe I can do them in a reel or short or whatever it is called, a TikTok on the platforms. So yeah, I'm super excited to have these palettes. I hope that helps you to make a decision to buy these. These are not limited edition, so you can still buy them and still buy them in this future. And without further ado, I hope you have a beautiful week and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.